Hello and welcome Dota fans to Sproink Dota presents Random Team Games. I'm Nuff and I'm joined once again by my faithful man-slave, Iggy.
Hello.
Hello Iggy. He's thrilled to be my man-slave.
Completely.
Today's game is between Pub Games and We Are Legends. Yeah. So, have you got any Dota buff news for us on these teams?
You know, you could have told me like the team names like 10 minutes ago, and I might have done.
I
have a feeling we've watched We Are Legends before.
I don't remember. I have the memory of like I don't know, I can't even remember something. That's my memory. Bans coming out. We see Lifestealer going down. We still poor old Visage being banned out. Wisp and Ducks, yeah, which of course leaves OD in the pool. Be interesting to see if.
But he's not really a first. He's not really a first-man hero.
He's been banned a lot. So, first pick Crystal Maiden. That's nice. Of course, she's pretty handy if you plan on having lots of spellcasters. She's also pretty handy if you can team her up with a Juggernaut. And there's a Batrider being picked up by We Are Legends right now.
Yeah, that's more of an interesting hero which wasn't banned out when compared to the OD.
Now, of course, we go on about Batrider quite a lot in the fact that he's really difficult to deal with in all aspects of the game. He's not particularly easy to shut down in the laning because you can always jungle up. His ultimate goes for BKB.
10 seconds remaining.
He's so good at pickoffs that it's really difficult. Talking about pickoffs, they also have a Nyx Assassin being picked up as well. Now, he's likely to be a support in this situation unless Batrider ends up going out into the off lane and Nyx Assassin goes up in mid, but it's not that likely, especially against the Queen of Pain that Pub Games have picked up.
The great thing about having a Nyx Assassin up against this lineup right now is that one, Crystal Maiden and Queen of Pain both very, very squishy, but the issue is that Crystal Maiden is going to be constantly topping off everyone's mana pool with the Arcane Aura, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Nyx Assassin maxing out mana burn nice and early, because they're pretty much always going to be high on the mana and allow you to do an awful lot of damage with it.
Yeah, despite that, I don't think it's going to be maxed up over, say, Impale.
Oh no.
So
yeah, but it might be maxed out second as opposed to getting a few more levels in Spike Carapace, which is what we see sometimes.
Yeah, it might be. Of course, the game plan is still not being... Oh, there goes OD finally. OD and Nature's Prophet are both banned out. There goes some split push, and there goes a very dominating mid that would make Queen of Pain's life a living hell. They also ban out the Dragon Knight.
He's pretty damn potent against the Queen of Pain.
He's not too bad, is he? Especially when she's squishy. That Fire Breath does a lot. And of course, she's going to be rotating to gank a lot, which means he can press to that tower, which is what he's really good at.
10 seconds remaining.
So it's not too bad a ban. We'll see what We Are Legends are next going to ban out.
5 seconds
Pub Games have only ever played a single game. We Are Legends have played none.
Wow, this should be an interesting matchup when we have no idea what to expect from either of these teams. In terms of banning, split push, not popular.
Well, split push is never really popular. I mean, everyone does it, so it's going to be a comfortable ban out against any team.
Yeah, and of course we have Mag being banned out here. Poor little Mag.
Bit of an unusual ban though.
I don't know. They just fear the idea of a Crystal Maiden ultimate, hello Phantom Lancer, a Queen of Pain ultimate, or when you've been RP'd, is a lot of damage. So that's not a horrendous ban, especially when you don't really know what their game plans are going to be.
Now, I don't know whether Pub Games are going to look to pick up a Keeper of the Light here to deny from We Are Legends, but if they do, it's really going to weaken their cause. Because I mean, yes, they're going to have a lot of counter push and such, but I mean, they don't need more mana supplying abilities on their team from a Keeper of the Light.
Of course not. But it looks like both Phantom Lancer and Keeper of the Light are going to be in We Are Legends team lineup. Slardar being picked up by Pub Games.
Well, it was only the counter pick which would have stopped it. So.
Well, I'm thinking they really don't like Nyx Assassin right now. Slardar and Bounty Hunter, of course.
And Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, that's true. Both of them have their ultimates make them visible when they are invisible, so kind of counters that and alleviates having to rush a gem out. Problem I see,
you wouldn't really see it.
No.
much of a gem, but I mean,
5 seconds remaining.
carrying dust is normally a little bit easier than picking an entire hero or an entire 2 heroes to deal with invisors on the enemy team.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bounty Hunter is a great hero, irregardless, because of track and the extra gold you get. And with ganking being quite strong in their team with Bounty Hunter and Queen of Pain, and actually Slaughter's not too bad at it as well.
Crystal Main can set him up for a nice stun as well.
Yeah, so they've got some definitely strong gank here. They've got not bad team fight in Queen of Pain and Crystal Maiden. There's not a lot of team fight on We Are Legends besides Kotl's Illuminate and of course the ability to grab people and pick them off with Bat Rider.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
want to point out that you failed to mention Slaughter in the team fight, and a lot of people forget just how big the AoE on Slitherine Crush is. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, it's not a bad, but well, yeah, okay, we'll go with it.
What do you mean?
We'll go for it.
It's pretty much the same AoE as Crystal Nova is from Crystal Maiden, and we know how big that is, so it's pretty solid AoE stun, in fact, as well as the slow duration afterwards. Can't really mock a 200 damage nuke with a 2.5 second stun and a 2 second slow with an 8 second cooldown.
Well,
I mean,
with that being brought up, the Nyx Assassin's ability to pretty much impale your entire team should you be badly positioned is also a great team fight ability. Should it come up. Bans, they've banned out Jakiro, which is not a bad idea. I mean, they need another chunk of team fight would be good, and he's a great hero as well with his stun.
Radiant
Being banned out to stop him being mid, although it's probably going to be a Bat Rider mid. I don't really know what they're going to do for certain, but it seems
Bat Rider
likely.
could have always offlaned. I mean, Bat Rider's going to do really strong actually against Bounty Hunter on the offlane, so...
It's true. Queen of Pain and Bat Rider. Oh, a Night Stalker. Okay. Now, I think we've discussed Night Stalker before. I don't know if we've discussed him in a random team game, but
Yep.
he is one of those heroes that if he doesn't snowball, he becomes useless. Absolutely useless.
I want to point out right now is that it's not so much about him snowballing this game. All he needs to do is keep the enemy team back on tower. He needs to... Night Stalker, Nyx and Bat Rider are going to be doing their best to make the space for the Phantom Lancer to just farm. They're going to be fighting as much as possible and being as aggressive, finding pickoffs and generally making a nuisance of themselves while this PL just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Not only that, he comes with a silence, which really makes Queen of Pain's life a living hell.
Indeed. It's not that bad during the day. I mean, Queen of Pain's reasonably quick. The big issue comes when it's at night, and it's an 8-second silence when it's maxed out, and, well, that's dead Queen of Pain. She can't escape from that. She's not going to be carrying other typical mobility items. She'll probably only be sat on power tread, so she's not going to get away from a speed boosted Night Stalker.
No, and he hits pretty bloody hard when he wants to. So they might have to rotate early just to make sure he definitely gets shut down, but I wouldn't be surprised if the opposing team rotates pretty early to set up a gank on the Queen of Pain, especially with the Nyx Assassin probably not needed on lane as much due to the Kotl being there.
One issue this Bounty Hunter is going to have is that normally you just see a Bounty Hunter sit around in invis and just cling on to pick up what XP he can and maybe find a last hit here and there. What the Keeper of the Light has the potential of doing is to just sit there the entire game throwing out Illuminate after Illuminate and basically just in the hope that you're going to hit a Bounty Hunter at some point. Because, I mean, if you hit him, I mean, he's not the tankiest of heroes. 2 or 3 Illuminates and he's forced off lane.
Yeah, and Illuminate does a hell of a lot of damage very early on. I mean, level 2, it's doing... how much damage does it do? I think it does like 200, 300 kind of damage.
300 at level 2.
Something stupid like that, and it's just, that's a hell of a lot of damage to take on an agility hero like Bounty Hunter, who doesn't have the most HP.
And there's already sentry wards up, so they're going to see him online.
It's not going to be a happy day for him at all. Nyx Assassin hiding out in the wings. They probably could get an easy kill on him early on if he's not careful.
They'd need a fully charged Illuminate though to just do enough damage. I mean, 200 damage is what you really need. He's only got 500 HP, and here it goes. It's going to be a stun out from Nyx.
There's a stun. They've got him trapped. Can they do anything else to slow him down?
There he is.
He's on the run, but he's definitely going to have to leave the lane. There comes another nuke.
Comes out. It's going to be an Impale in a second. Oh.
Illuminate, finishing him off. So first blood within 1 minute, going to the Kotl. And yeah, the Bounty Hunter not having a happy time.
one massive issue is that the Keeper of the Light has now spent all of his mana on. Keeper of the Light doesn't buy Clarities because he relies on getting Chakra Magic up nice and early. Because he's had to start Illuminate first, this is going to mean he's going to be waiting around for an awful long time before he can pick up some mana, because he doesn't really want to be leeching that much XP if he can help it.
No, of course, he's going to get XP from this stack. Well, they didn't
I,
actually stack
I wouldn't be surprised if Keeper of the Light starts ignoring these stacks later on and just leaving them for Nyx, because Nyx is someone you really, really, really do want levels on. So
yeah, once he has a level up in Chakra, I'll probably leave it alone.
yeah.
No need to stack when you do that kind of pull through.
Mhm.
Bounty Hunter needs to be really careful. He's already been killed once within the first minute, so he needs to know now that, you know, this lane is not even remotely safe. I've been killed while invis on this lane. He wants to stay within range of the levels because it's what you want in Bounty Hunter, but there's no chance in hell he's getting any last hits.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, he knows for a fact that Nyx Assassin is not on lane.
Some players Slardar doing really well on this lane up against the Bounty Hunter as well.
Batrider.
Batrider, yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, he ain't doing too bad. Farm and carry, you reckon, for him?
Oh yeah, well, definitely. You can already see him being the fucking farming carry. He's picked up a Stout Shield and a Quelling Blade, man.
Yeah. They've got decent levels on Crystal Maiden with these pull-throughs as well.
Nightstalker's actually already been forced to use the Salve. He's actually had to use all of his regen in the mid lane right now, so
And he
really
hasn't
not
got enough
happy
gold
place.
for a bottle yet, which is not good. There's a
Yeah.
haste rune up here that someone might want to go nab. Enigma's doing reasonably well in the jungle so far. He's up to level 3, almost level 4.
Well, he's an Enigma in the jungle. You can just kind of leave him there and expect him to come out and stomp some team fight at 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's the same sort of level as Crystal Maiden and Slardar as well. Batrider, of course, is going to be far ahead. He's actually, no, he's not. He's level 3 as well. Not being able to get close to the experience, sadly.
Indeed, he's really, really afraid of this Enigma and the Crystal Maiden coming in for a rotation, because with a Malefice coming up and the Frostbite from Crystal Maiden, which he's actually leveling up nearly exclusively, not even a single point in Arcane Aura yet, combined with the Slitherine Crush, I mean, that is an absolutely colossal amount of disable right there. And Batrider, you know, he's reasonably tanky. I mean, as far as your typical intelligence hero goes, he's got it good, but he's still not going to survive to that, I don't think.
No, I mean, he's got Firefly, so he can go off map to protect himself, but if you're getting chain stunned by all those disables, like you mentioned, he's not going to be able to do that.
Indeed.
If he's that
Especially-
afraid, he might just consider going into the jungle.
I think one big thing which is going to happen is that it'll be an initiation with the Frostbite with its decent range. Slardar will pound on in there, get the Slitherine Crush out, and then it's the Malefice which really kills him, because if it was just those two disables, they don't really have the nuking power to kill him down first, but with the Malefice stunning him every single time he tries to get away, it's just going to be a nightmare for him.
The Queen of Pain going for this DD on bottom. Hasted up, Nightstalker wanted it as well. Silences
dear.
are up. She's going to go down here, I reckon.
Yeah.
One more right click. Nope, she gets the blink
Good
away.
play.
She has to pop the
No
sound.
mana from Nightstalker to actually chase her up.
Nope, it's very close. If it had been
I would say
night...
Crystal Maiden TP into bottom to try and save her, but just a little bit too late. Oh, Bounty!
Bounty. At the moment,
Why was he fighting illusions?
not sure, but he's not really doing particularly well. He's actually got his
the
own... he was fighting the wards, I think. Out comes Quap, looking for a kill on Phantom Lancer. He might be in trouble
Shadow
here.
daggered up.
Yep, he's poisoned. He's being chased here. Out comes... Oh,
Keeping
down
out,
he
but-
goes. There was a ward there as well, placed down by the Bounty Hunter, so he couldn't invis out. Keeper of the Light is in
Oh,
trouble.
yeah.
In comes Nyx Assassin, looking to kill off Queen of Pain, but she just blinks to the other side of the forest and is just fine.
I just want to point out, I don't think that sentry was put down to counter the Phantom Lancer. I think that was purely a sentry which Bounty Hunters bought just to deal with the other wards, just to counter ward for him on lane.
Well, he was doing that previous to it, but I mean, why would he bother?
I think Bounty wants to grab this Keeper of the Light right now.
He does, though. They know where you are now, Bounty. You gotta be careful. He must know. He must know.
He saw him come forward to pop a ward, but
Nyx Assassin's on the chase.
doesn't have the backup from Crystal Maiden right now either,
No, he
who's
doesn't.
wandered back off to the tower.
So getting a very important kill there on the Phantom Lancer, who was really enjoying free farm for the most part on the bottom lane.
Mhm.
It all could have been very different had that Nightstalker managed to pick off the Queen of Pain, though.
And now we're seeing with this Batrider being a little bit more aggressive on the top lane, we're starting to see his innate laning advantage over a hero like Slardar come into play right now.
Yeah, with Crystal Maiden obviously not being there because she TP'd down bottom, it's really... Oh no, they're going for the Slardar here. Up comes Night Stalker. It's night time. They're going to start rocking.
Enigma, he's level 6.
Out comes the Malefice on the Night Stalker, so he can't do shit. They might be able to bring down the Slardar, and they do. The Batrider needs to get out of there as well. They can't really go much further than this. That being said, Enigma's going to go down as well. They can't chase Crystal Maiden, surely. Oh, he wanted to. Night Stalker wanted to.
I think that was kind of poor play there from the Enigma. I mean, he rotated in, he popped the Soul Ring, and he had enough mana. And at this stage in the game, you're not really going to see opportunities to Black Hole. I mean, yes, its cooldown is absolutely monstrous, but had he popped the Black Hole, that would have saved 2 deaths and maybe even would have picked them up a kill. So I think it might have been the right decision to pop the Black Hole there, and because they were bunched up, they both would have been hit.
I don't know because of the positioning. If he'd done it straight away, then yeah. But he went for Malefice first.
Indeed. Malefice actually wasted the mana which he did need to Black Hole was the big issue. And I think they had enough follow-up disables with the Slardar stun, and there's an awful lot of AoE there as well, so surprised it didn't happen.
It's sad, very sad. Though I didn't notice whether or not Slardar managed to pop his sprint during that, which would have been actually a large handicap. Because he would have been taking extra damage from the napalm, not to mention the extra damage from the sprint itself.
Dire's middle tower is under
They're going for a tier 1 here, up top. There's nothing going to be able to stop this. Batrider's floating about, but he hasn't really got much to do. TP is coming in though. Oh, and they managed to get the Slardar again. Malefice up, trying to stop this.
Slardar's trying to chase Keep the Light.
Slardar should have been more careful. PL looking for a kill here. He's been frostbited up. Nope, that's an illusion. Good try though. Looks like they're going to lose Enigma, but no! He drops that Black Hole. He gets stunned up and goes down. Slardar managing to get a double stun. He goes down though to a Spirit Lance in the end. Queen of Pain silenced up. She is down. That's 3 down. They're chasing the Crystal Maiden even, but she should be just fine. They're not quick enough to chase her down. Well, that being said, here's Night Stalker. Oh, he cancels the TP, and down she goes.
Well, I think that's pretty much set the tone of the game right now. I don't know why the Black Hole went out there on a single target who was full health when there was stunners around. I mean, I think the Enigma knew he was going to die, but why not use Black Hole when you could have picked up 2 kills and then use it on a single target instead?
Well,
what was my mind sometimes?
There's always the follow going actually straight again on Slardar. They've silenced him up. Next comes out of Vendetta, gets a stun as well, and he is dead. He's only just come back, and he's dead again. Another kill going to this Night Stalker. So he's getting reasonably fed now. 4 kills, 0 deaths, 1 assist.
This is the issue of having this really, really heavy ganking lineup and then the PL farming up off it.
Yeah. You don't want PL farming. It's not good for you.
Queen of Pain's not in a nice position right now.
No, she's not. She has got backup though in the Crystal Maiden and Bounty Hunter rotation.
Indeed.
So she might be just fine. But yeah, what was I talking about before they killed Slardar? Yeah, the Black Hole. Maybe in the back of his mind he knew that he had a good chance to use Black Hole before and didn't use it. So he was a little bit more inclined to use it the first chance he got.
Use it when you got it.
Although I agree with you, it's not the best decision. He Black Holed PL for 1 second, then died. It didn't really do a lot to help his team.
Indeed.
Maybe he's hoping it would catch more than just PL.
Well, when people would walk into it.
Yeah, you never know, it happens. They're going on the Nyx Assassin, they've got a track up on me, the Invis is going to save him. Stun is going to come out any second now. I'm actually waiting for it. It's been silenced up, so there's not going to be a stun now. Nyx Assassin continuing to just walk away. Out comes the stun now, Carapace though. In comes Batrider, he grabs himself a Bounty Hunter and drags him away. They have a Frostbite up on...
It's Queen of Pain on the bounty.
Are you sure? Queen of Pain is dying. Everyone is dying. Slardar's going to die again. He hasn't earned on him. He might not survive.
Good disabled from CM.
Yep, but she gets stunned up and dies. Batrider does go down to the Bounty Hunter. Well, Enigma actually.
Queen of Pain blinks away.
And
Nice, pretty low.
2 supports just like hugging Bounty Hunter here. Stun does come out. Are they going to bring him down? Mana
doesn't have the mana to run away. Just relying on the track movement.
In comes Night Stalker now. He wants him, but teammates in the way.
The problem is he's tracked up, so it's giving Bounty Hunter as much movement speed as the Night Stalker.
Night Stalker's got more. Oh no, you're in trouble. Oh, good Frostbite then. They might bring down this Night Stalker if they're quick enough. No, he goes away. Night Stalker does manage to kill the Bounty Hunter.
By the gods,
with the urn, I think.
Doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower.
I think a bit of indecision there on the Bounty Hunter's part. He was looking to go to the right of those trees, but then when he was about halfway to the right, he backed up and went to the left, and that just gave the opportunity Night Stalker needed to close the gap and get slower.
Well, that was happening. PL took the tower at bottom.
Indeed.
Well, his team also pushed the mid tower. Didn't do a lot of damage though, so not been too bad for him. Still a lot of kills going the way of the PL's team.
You forgot their names, didn't you?
I forgot their names. Well, one's called Pub Games. I remember that one.
Yep.
And We Are Legends. That's it.
Yeah, there we go. You're not completely out of touch.
They're not pros. I don't know. I don't need to know their names. Okay. Don't question my dedication to this feature.
Phantom Lance is actually picking up Drums of Endurance, so this kind of speaks that he wants a little bit more out from his items earlier on instead of just rushing something like a Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, maybe he's just happy to fight at the moment, knowing that Night Stalker can really lead the way in these team fights.
Also, I want to point out right now, Crystal Maiden still has no Arcane Aura. And
uh-oh, Queen of Pain's in trouble. Lassoed up, being dragged towards the team.
Blinks away.
Yep, blinks away happily. Needs to start like focusing on targets that don't have blink. Enigma is definitely dead.
He went in Malefist Night Stalker and then just died.
Just wandered around in the fire waiting to die. Looks like they're going to go on Queen of Pain again. She's silenced up and completely destroyed.
I don't know what she was thinking trying to go in and right click that Bat Rider. She knew their entire team was around. They killed off Enigma about 4 seconds ago.
Yeah, it was.
You can't try and harass on a DD when you know that's around the corner.
Another not great decision there from Pub Games.
Indeed. We Are Legends, pretty much just taking this right now. And I think I'm going to do a quick check. I believe we have seen them before. The name rings a bell.
You said they hadn't played any games.
But I've heard the name, man.
It's a I Am Legend's a movie. I know that much.
Yeah.
Looks like Bounty Hunter's going to try to push this tier 1 on bottom, although he's not the greatest solo pusher, so he's not going to get too far.
No.
Especially with what looks like a rotation from the Nyx Assassin and the Bat Rider. And maybe even Night Stalker.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's backed out, so he's okay. PL, happily pushing top.
PL's always pushing. He's one of the best split push carries in the game.
Yeah. But he's just like leave it up to his illusions as well, so he can be completely safe.
Well, not completely safe. I mean, they know you're nearby because you had to spawn those illusions in the first place, and they don't actually have the greatest duration. So
here comes the rotation of doom. But
they're not going to. They know it's that.
But they wasted time going towards it anyway, so.
And Night Stalker kills off Crystal Maiden.
I missed that one. Whereabouts did he get her?
It was in their jungle. I think the Crystal Maiden was heading in there to pop a couple of wards down, and
that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
She popped one out by the Roche pit and then was moving into their jungle to place one, and well, she died for it basically. Not much you can say about that.
Unfortunate. Okie dokie. So what do pub gamers or pub games even have to do to get back in this match right now?
Well, they do have vastly superior team fight, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, have you seen Queen of Pain Popper Ultimate yet?
Nope.
Because I haven't. I just don't think they're getting the initiations they would really, really like, because there's a Slardar surging into you with his sprint and then dropping the Slitherine Crush with a Queen of Pain blinking in, chucking up. It's a pretty damn scary prospect, especially when you then go, well, we got an Enigma to initiate for us as well, so...
Yeah. If they can get that blink up on the Enigma as soon as possible and counter them when they're pushing, they can do a team wipe, which is what they really need at this point.
I think the issue for them right now for pub games is simply that, well, you're up against an early game lineup. You're up against a Night Stalker, you're up against a Nyx Assassin, you're up against a Bat Rider. 3 heroes which excel at picking people off in this stage of the game, so you're going to be behind on kills. You don't want to be, and it is a real risk. It's very, very tough to come back from 13-2, but We Are Legends could still make a mistake, and Pub Games could still capitalise upon it.
The one advantage they do have is having the Roche advantage, which is kind of lessened by the fact they've lost the tier 1 in mid, but they still have the tier 2 on bottom, so that's okay. So they have the Roche advantage, and they have good team fights. So it's quite possible that if We Are Legends go for Roshan without properly, properly getting a pick off or two before they do it, then it's quite possible they can get a team wipe there and kind of turn it around from there.
Well, in the Roshan pit, it's worth noting that although Phantom Lancer won the best...
Enigma's going down.
I mean, we can just look at this Night Stalker's arms. He's already found an armlet right now, so... Ooh. She's going to disable it. Nyx is probably going to pick off the Enigma, though.
You should do. Do it.
That's it. He's within sight of the tower now.
Do it.
Oh, good blink in by the Queen of Pain.
Waited so long, and now he's going to die for it. Down he goes, being brought down by the Queen of Pain.
I want to point out then is that was the first Queen of Pain ultimate I've seen, and it was on an Nyx assassin with Spike Carapace up. Oh dear.
It's gotta sting. Again, maybe that's a thing of man, we need to kill. We need to kill something. Goddammit.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a good pick off. So
is it really worth?
That said, you don't. Yeah, it's not worth the Enigma. Not by any means. I'm genuinely surprised the Enigma didn't just pop out a Maledict once he saw the Nyx within range of the tower, but I think the turning around time would have allowed Nyx
I think
to
he already used it on Night Stalker.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
So that's the main thing. Oh, it looks like Battle Rider's looking for a pick-off. Goes in. Queen of Pain again, but she can blink out. This is the problem. But not if she's silenced. She can't. Yeah. She's in trouble now. She is dead. Stun does come out from the Slardar, but now he's on the run. They've got an urn on him. He's just popped himself in the sprint so he can get away. But he's going to go down. Certainly killed off in the end by Phantom Lancer. Battle Rider's brought down by Crystal Maiden, which is a good pick-off, but they've lost 2 already. Silence is up on Enigma. He's running. Not going to be diving that hard, I don't think. Not quite yet.
Well, you never want to dive that hard. I mean, you're a Night Stalker, and you know for a fact that there's a Crystal Maiden about 10 meters away with Frostbite. So, if you dive onto that tier 3, you're going to get Frostbited, and you haven't got a BKB, so that tower's just going to shoot you in the face pretty damn happily.
Yeah, and of course his arm is burning for his HP at the time as well. He would have probably died.
Diffusing up on PL right now.
So PL's pretty happy to fight at this point.
I don't know. I think he probably wants 1 or 2 more items. I mean, Diffuser's great, don't get me wrong, but it's more of a harassing tool than anything else. I mean, just burning away things mana in a fight with all your illusions.
It does give extra damage and attack speed, so it's decent enough. And look at what he's up against. He's up against a Slardar that hasn't finished his armlet, and he's quite...
Yeah.
Well, he's getting there. He's getting there. He's almost there, but he's not there yet.
Oh, he's definitely in a much stronger position than the...
Bounty Hunter, looking for something to pick off. Does he know which one's the real one?
Yeah, he does.
So he needs to track him if he's going to go for him. He's waiting for the rotation. There is a Nyx Assassin though. Waiting in the wings.
Dude.
Needs to be careful, his invis is going to run out.
Rotation. Nyx can see those heroes though. Oh, there's a blink in and they've seen the Nyx. Tracks up though, they can see him.
They can see this PO and he's almost certainly dead. Stun comes out, all the right clicks. Taken out by Bounty Hunter, that's some track gold, that's good for them.
Indeed,
Assassin is tracking them right now.
I don't think he's really going to find a pick off though.
No.
Oh, they might actually get this Enigma. He's really out of position.
No, it's not going to be enough. Does a nice chunk of damage. Actually, Bat Rider comes in as well. Could they go for the Slardar? He does have Lasso up. Goes in. Has grabbed that Slardar. Brings him back towards the Illuminate. Huge damage. Stun does come up, but the Spike Carapace is up, so he went done and stunned himself. Black hole! Single target black hole! Stun comes out from the Nyx Assassin and cancels it. They do lose Crystal Maiden. Now they're looking for more kills. Queen of Pain has to... Well, she has to blink out, but they lost Slardar as well. It's not looking good. Oh, never mind. Night Stalker eventually died from Enigma in the end, so I'm guessing
Malefic's ticking away.
Yeah.
I want to point out though that Pub Games went into that so goddamn late. I mean, Slardar, the lasso had ended by the time they turned around to help their main carry. I mean, yeah, he was separated and it was going to take them a bit of time to get there, but they waited 2 or 3 seconds to even start responding, and wow, it cost them 3 heroes when they chose to still go in, but despite being 2 heroes down.
Yeah, the problem was that Slardar kind of waited around after the Enigma problem.
Yeah,
but Nyx had back, so he should have just been screw it, but just keep going, we'll be fine. But the Nyx was enough bait, that was the thing.
No, Slardar, you can't go on a PL right now.
Slardar on the
Why
run.
do you think that's something you can do?
He still hasn't got his armor.
Yeah.
Have it in a second, mate. Give me some last hits under his tower.
Yeah, another wasted black hole. I don't know what that was about.
The execution has been sloppy, to say the least.
Indeed.
PL,
And fight damage wore out.
Yeah.
And Night Stalker's popped his ultimate. He's looking for a kill.
Just walk straight through Bounty Hunter.
Indeed.
Queen of Pain, nuking a creep wave. He's gonna go for this Enigma. He really doesn't like him. A lot of damage coming out. Won't be too difficult. There's the Frostbite though. Track is up. Lots of damage coming out. Even the Crystal Maiden ultimate to bring down that Night Stalker. He was going far too hard to kill that Enigma.
And this just exemplifies the fact of why he needs to finish up his BKB as soon as possible. I mean, he's basically enjoyed free roam right now, but that's because he's been finding single targets to pick off. And against a single target, I mean, you silence them and suddenly all of their disables don't matter. But if you're going to go in on 3 or 4, you can't just walk up to the front of them because you're going to get stunned for your troubles.
Yeah, and he walked really hard into their team. A little too, well, not a little bit overextension, lots and lots of overextension, walking into their team. Despite knowing, he must have spotted the Queen of Pain there, and after spotting the Queen of Pain, you got to think, probably not worth it.
That's a lot of nuke coming up from the Queen of Pain. I mean, even if they don't quite have the disables to deal with you.
Could be in trouble here, mate. Incessant, Vendetta, Stun. Is he going to do the Mana Burn as well? No, he put Spike Carapace up too early. Dagon fires off. You won't be able to get him though. Manifest comes out from the Enigma. And actually they might go on this Nyx Assassin and they're thinking about it. Amplified damage is up. Queen of Pain comes in. Scream of Pain and some more right clicks eventually brought down. Enigma getting the kill in the end. Oh, Spirit Lance comes in. Queen of Pain looking. She's going for the Cottle. She's just right clicking her up. Big gold fight. PL Illusions and PL going for this Slardar. Still doesn't manage to do it. Queen of Pain does bring him down. Keeper of the Light, unsurprisingly. And now Phantom Lancer's going to die too. He's definitely down. He is dead. Overextension all across the board from everybody, basically.
It was a really sloppy overextension as well. They didn't all rush in together. They kind of walked in one after each other onto the Slardar. And they will get a bottom tower for this though. The third fort comes out, so I don't really see a defense though.
Yeah, after Nyx Assassin failed to kill him. Maybe the Nyx should have just waited a little bit longer. Waited for his support to be within range.
There was no way he was going to deal enough damage to kill a Slardar straight up.
No, even with the Dagon, he didn't have enough damage.
Well, the issue is that just Slardar's a strength hero at the end of the day, and he has a stout shield, so you're basically relying on him hitting your Spike Carapace at the end of the day with his Slitherine Crush and doing a large chunk of damage to himself. And he's probably not going to do that if you initiate on him because, well, he's just going to sprint away.
Yeah, he knows that you can't be right-clicked that hard by a Nyx Assassin, so sprint isn't that much of a detriment to him. Nyx looking for the Slardar again. He has no
Especially
backup.
if all the nukes have already come out.
So he might have backup in the form of PL, should PL get up there. But it is dangerous for him to rotate into that position, so he's probably just going to leave it alone for now. Bat Rider being chased off by a Crystal Maiden right now. Enigma's got a Blink Dagger. I don't remember when that came up, but it's good.
I think it was pretty recently, to be fair, and it really is a slow blink for Enigma, but they made his life in the jungle a living hell and they forced him to fight early, and well, there's two things Enigma really just isn't that keen on doing.
Oh, Enigma's going to die again. He's just been killed off by the Night Stalker. They've got hold of a Bounty Hunter, but he's just invised away. Night Stalker got another kill, this time bringing down Crystal Maiden as well. All the illusions in his way right now, so they can't pursue this Bounty Hunter, but they're going for it. Blink ahead of him goes the Bat Rider, right-clicking him away. Stun does come out, and they're going to lose Bat Rider almost certainly, but no, he's getting out. Amplified damage, not enough to bring him down. They lose Queen of Pain as well. Slardar, last member of his team, on the run, goes behind his tier 3 and hides behind his barracks.
Now this is a majorly pressured tier 3 right now. I mean, you've got a creep wave coming right onto you, a Night Stalker cruising in an incredibly nice shape, and the constant harass from the Keeper of the Light Illuminate.
Yeah, meanwhile, PL's going to go for the mid-racks.
That said, the team is coming back, so I think maybe if they would have focused on one tower. They don't have it.
Oh, Black Hole gets free! Flame Break ruins it all though. Does get mowed down, Poil's down, but he's been silenced up again.
Nightstalker's down.
Yeah, Nightstalker is down. Nyx Assassin's really too deep, but he does pick off Enigma from behind the line. Stuns up. Actually, you're going to bring down Crystal Maiden as well. Double kill on him. Screen of Pain comes out, brings down that Bat Rider. He is dead too. Nyx Assassin's still fighting. Still limping, but he's definitely going to go down, and it's going to be a track kill too.
Again, more overextensions. I mean,
determined to get this kill, stuns nothing because he's forced back by the cold.
It was also, by the way, the middle tower did go down to PL. It was so depressing to see that Bat Rider being the only one not caught within the black hole and just cancel with a simple flame break, but still a fantastic black hole. Yeah. Catching 3 members of their team in a great position on that tier 3 tower.
That's the thing though, they have so much they can cancel the black hole should you not get it. The only one that can't cancel it, I think, is no, he can blast you back.
Oh yeah,
it's the PL that can't do it. That's literally it. If they don't catch every single member of the team, they can't. They can stop black hole, and he has no BKB yet, and he's a long way away from a BKB right now.
Indeed.
PL happy to split push away. He's going for a heart, but I think he's got a vitality booster, which suggests it.
Well, that's a good choice. He's basically just split pushing this game. He's not.
He's got a Slider in mid. So they're going to lose Cottle to a track kill. He does go down. In comes a BK beat up Nightstalker looking to bring down that Slardar. They do lose their Bat Rider though, unfortunately. But Queen of Pain is dead. He's going to mash his way through the entire team. No, he's not. BKB runs out. Scream of Pain being enough to kill him off. Nyx Assassin kills the Bounty Hunter, showing them who is boss in the world of assassinations right now. Tagon, Blink. She's still going to be okay. Just waiting for it to
bottle up, Quap. Bottle up. There we go.
She's just
another Blink.
Nightstalker buys back. A little bit too late to get back into the fight though. Enigma is
just escaping.
Yeah, he needs to be careful though. He's revealed himself. But Enigma managing to
I actually look for the Enigma right now. I mean, Enigma's not really a threat to a PL who can just chuck out a Spirit Lance and then just wait for his illusions to wail away at him, but things away, so.
He'll be okay in the end. This Nyx Assassin's been really enjoying himself. He's not really playing the support we expected.
Well, no, because he found kills and he found assists, so he has the gold to go ahead and build a Dagon, and Cottle's found plenty of gold too, so he's managed to pick up all the support slack with the mechanism pickup.
I'm curious to see what he's building. He's got himself Mithril Hammer.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Wouldn't he build the BKB on Nyx, would he?
I think he would be. I mean, the amount of Disable coming out from pub games right now, it kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, I suppose, but Nyx is all about in positioning, really. Invis positioning. That's how he gets those big stuns in team fights.
The other option is a Desolator, and he's gone for that instead of a Medallion, and he's going to pick that up instead to give him a little bit more right click in addition to the armor reduction. But
yeah, coming out of Vendel is the big thing. Oh, he stood next to a Sentry Ward there.
But you don't get that initial armor reduction coming out of Vendetta, because you have to right click them to apply the debuff.
Yeah, I might be able to go straight for it.
Oh
They've
dear,
got Enigma. BKB up on the Nightstalker. They're going to bring Enigma down really quickly. He is dead as can be. Actually going for the Slardar now as well. At the same time, they're pressuring in the Screen of Pain.
Good armor toggles from the Slardar, actually.
Yeah, very good, but he's still going to go down in the end. Frostbite does get the right Phantom Lancer. Silenced up is the Crystal Maiden. She's going to man up against... This is not going to go well for her.
Queen of Pain actually has a Lincolns right now. I just noticed that, actually. It's a pretty huge item, in fact, for a team which has been so far behind.
Well, she's getting the majority of the kills. That being said, kills coming out on the Bounty Hunter right now, picking off Keeper of the Light. I think the Sphere pops there, so she can't be silenced up by the Nightstalker. That's the major reason she's picked it up.
I actually want to point out, we were talking about the Nyx Assassin not building support, and I mean, take a look at the Bounty Hunter's items if you want to see what not building support is. I mean...
He's a Bounty Hunter, he's allowed.
He's found so much more gold than the, even the, Slardar has.
Yeah. Got kills. He has track. It's a Bounty Hunter. He finds gold. That's what he does. As long as you're killing people.
Yeah, his lane was not a very, very nice
No, it was
place.
unpleasant lane, but he got the levels, which is what was important. But the thing is, the kills now, they're not as bad as they were before. It's 31-20 now. Kills are coming out for both teams, so...
That said, is that We Are Legends had such uncontested control of the map for so long. I mean, they've got a 15,000 gold lead and a 10,000 experience lead. And although that is starting to dip back down now, the fact that they were ahead for so long and they've pushed down all of these outer towers and 2 tier 3s and... Well, Pub Games have got a single tier 1. And they're just getting strangled out of the map control. They're finding a little bit in the jungle right now, but I just don't think it's enough.
That being said, of course, they don't have a carry that's harder than PL.
No, of course not. And PL is now split pushing like a maniac. I mean,
yeah. But the
how
heart,
close? He's already finished his heart, yeah.
It's going to be... These are some seriously tanky illusions now.
Indeed. Might just go for a second heart.
Oh no, Slardar's already out of position. I don't know what he was thinking, but I know what he's going to think in a minute. What the shit was I doing? I'm at keep him alive. Spirit Lance comes out. Can they kill him off? Doesn't look like they can, actually. Queen of Pain looking to, unfortunately, scream on the wrong one. Can they bring down his Slardar? He just won't die. This is the strength of being a strength hero.
Toggles, they can't get enough damage on him. Oh, here's the Nyx.
No, they still can't kill him. Look at
These
him go.
Toggles, man!
Finally bring down Slardar. Now they're going to turn around. Oh, good Lincoln's block there, but it's not going to protect you from the rest of the damage coming out from that team. So that's 2 kills. That was a very, very long pursuit.
Queen of Pain had to blink away there. I don't know why she's...
Cole's dead.
On quite as long as she needed to.
Bounty Hunter might be dead next. Haste Rune though, keeping him alive. Spirit Lances, can't slow him.
Nope.
Nick was going to TP out, so he'll be fine as well. So get a kill for nothing there, at least. But they did lose the Slardar and the Queen of Pain. Arguably the 2 most important heroes right now.
No, I'd actually put that onto the Queen of Pain, the Bounty Hunter, and the Enigma. Slardar is pretty much a non-factor as far as I'm concerned right now. He's a stun.
But he is their carry.
He's not.
He was their carry.
Compare his items to the items of Bounty Hunter.
Well,
Bounty Hunter is 500 gold off a Monkey King bar.
the problem, but the problem is he can't man up in a fight. He has no BKB. He'll just die.
Yeah. Yeah, but neither does Slardar. The only thing keeping Slardar alive is armlet toggling.
He's going for an Assault Cuirass, I think, next.
Yeah. This is probably a wise choice as well, because, like I say, he's not the biggest threat on his team, and he's not carrying. That's the Bounty Hunter's job right now, and you don't want a Bounty Hunter to be your main carry. That's a really bad state of affairs.
Yeah, the Queen of Pain having to go for a defensive by my Lincoln Sphere as well. She's not doing a good job of it either.
And there's the Aegis.
Goes onto the Night Stalker. He'll be happy to dive as hard as he possibly can now.
That said, defensive items like a Lincoln's isn't really all that much of a issue on Queen of Pain. I mean, it gives her the mana and health bonus and the regeneration which she sorely needs, as well as the well, the bonus stats are just relatively nice to have on kind of a semi-carry like Queen of Pain, who needs to survive, needs to right-click, and still needs to throw out her nukes.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you want to be a carry, you need to do right-click damage, and you don't get right-click damage from buying the Lincoln Sphere.
Well, you do. I mean, you pick up 25 damage, essentially.
Yeah, but it's not like the Orchid that she's building right now.
Oh, no, of course.
Dear, she's in trouble. Manages to blink away, though.
Good blink away.
Nyx Assassin gets out by Carapace again. There's really a real nuisance of that. PL looking to go on the Slardar, but it's just too difficult to kill off. They're actually going to go for the Crystal Maiden, but he gets stunned up by Malefice and Frostbite. He's just really tanky though.
Amplified damage right now.
He's just so goddamn tanky though, with all this heart. Oh, that hurt though. He's going to have to back out of here, but no, he's just going to man up. In comes the Night Stalker, looking to kill off the Queen of Pain with his silence, but she's running away. Slardar gets a stun off on the Bat Rider. They might bring him down, but not before they're going to lose that Crystal Maiden and their Bounty Hunter. Enigma Black Hole catches 2 of them this time round. In comes Slardar to follow up with a stun. It's blasted away by the Coal, though. They might be able to bring down... Yep, they brought down the Aegis. Though he's just going to come right back.
Good armlet toggles again from Slardar.
Yep, keeping himself alive. He knows how to do that. Looks like he's going to die here. No, he doesn't. He's still refusing to die.
Armlet toggle!
In the meantime, Queen of Pain being dragged back by the lasso, but she manages to just blink out. Finally, Slardar does go down. No, hang on. No, he went back to base. They put down somebody else instead. Yep. Enigma buys back.
Slardar just armlet toggling like a god right now. I don't think it's going to be enough to save his team, but it says that he only has 1,400 HP. When you factor in his armlet toggles, he's basically gone through about 10,000 damage at this stage.
Again.
Good 4-step away.
Frostbite up at nice for a while. He's in. Oh dear.
Crystal
Maiden going out of the ultimate, doing a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough. She's going to go down to this PL, almost certainly. Down she goes. Eidolons are up. PL's actually surrounded right now. He needs to be careful. Gets stunned up. They're going to bring him down quite easily with this big amount of damage. Amplified damage was on as well. Everything was on him. He is dead as can be. But they are sitting here with a missing mid-rack.
Yeah, but I mean, they've managed to hold back this fight. I mean, they've had a lot of kills during it, and they've died an awful lot in it, and they've had to buy back a lot. But losing one mid-rax, I mean, you could have called the game as being over there when you have an Aegis up Night Stalker and a Phantom Lancer with a heart pushing on your base. But I don't know. I think they defended really solidly.
I think they kept fighting long beyond the point of where they should have been fighting. When the Night Stalker was down again and they hadn't got Cottle anymore and Nick's assassin was dead, PL really shouldn't have been in there anymore.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that much fighting, to be fair, as well. He's mostly focused on the racks. So while they were all dying, he could have moved over and focused on the bottom racks as well. Just with his illusions, if anything.
Queen of Pain sitting about 100 gold off picking up Orchid as well, so really getting into a nice place now with this swap.
BKB is up on the Nyx assassin.
There are an awful lot of disables. I mean, admittedly, normally it's not the right choice on a Nyx assassin, but hey, if you've got the gold, why the hell not?
Why the hell not, indeed? I mean, people just say you want Nyx assassin, all you need is some boots and a Dagon, so everything else is just a plus.
Well, I can point out is that if he invises in and drops an Impale, which hits a good portion of the team, he can then actually BKB up, and if he can survive that long through that BKB charge, he will then have another Impale by the time it wears out. So
he's going to go for the Courier. Courier snipe. Courier snipe. Wait.
Nom 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 nom. Nick's like.
What kind of monster does
Not the biggest pick off because it already delivered what it had. But
well, yeah, but
it's always good. That's like what, however long it takes for 3 minutes even for.
I think it's actually kind of pissed off Queen of Pain, and it's a blade mail up on the Slardar with his godly armlet toggling. I think that's the right choice.
Yep. Okay.
But yeah, Orchid finished on the Quap.
Question is it going to be enough?
I don't know if they can silence up key target, and you can silence the Batrider and silence up the Nyx and silence up even the Night Stalker is a fantastic target to silence during these fights.
It's illusions, man. It's just black hole illusions. No! They didn't even kill them.
That is.
Found the real PL.
That is 3 minutes. There is no black hole for, and Crystal Maiden's using her ult as well.
To what? Kill creeps? Well, Nyx assassin's
dead. They've just blown their two biggest ultimates with a 3-second and a 2-second quarter. They've actually blown Queen of Pains as well in that fight.
And what did they kill? Nyx assassin.
To kill, and PL illusions.
This is a dead rat.
They had already killed the Nyx and they've wasted 7 minutes worth of
cool trouble though, diving really hard and getting Orchid up. Out comes that Night Stalker though, looking to kill off Enigma. He will kill him. Getting one more right click. Frostbite up and keep the light. He's gonna die dead. Now there's Night Stalker as well. PL's just mashing his way through things right now. Slardar has been killed off.
PL should focus his illusions on this Rax right now and just pick it off.
He doesn't need the kills, he needs to kill the Rax.
Yep.
And he's surrounded, so he's actually
and he's taking massive amounts of damage right now. Yeah.
He's actually dead.
Kill the Rax, man. It's probably going to drop this catapult in actual fact, but
PL illusion gets it.
I don't know what he was thinking there. I mean, okay, he's got a heart, but this is pretty much all he has. He hasn't finished up the Manta style yet. His only source of damage is the Diffusal Blade, and well, yeah, he's right-clicking for 220 damage, but he doesn't have any form of staying alive through all of these disable, which pub games are dropping on him.
Yeah, that's because he just stays in when everyone else is dead, going, well, there's lots of me, they can't pick which one is me. But they can. With one Scream of Pain, the AoE shows you which one is PL.
Indeed. Oh, Nick's looking for pickup. He's probably going to find this Crystal Maiden, but Queen of Pain's right here.
Yep, didn't know about her, did you? Dagon? Yep, that's a kill. Nick Assassin's going to back out now. He should be just fine. BKB's up. But a lot of right click is going to come out against him. Actually, TP coming in from Batrider. He's going to try to protect his Nick Assassin, but I think they're going to lose him. Four staffs him away as well. Really desperately trying. A lot of dedication to save a Nyx Assassin here. He's been tracked up though. He's still in trouble. There's a bounty right on your tail. Actually being bounced towards you by Cottle.
The Queen of Pain all coming out, and she's going to die for this as well.
She's dead. Batrider does get killed off by Bounty Hunter. So 2 kills going his way.
Bardon not very happy right now.
No, he's on a run right now. I'll try to see out unless he gets nothing. Oh, Manifest up on Night Stalker, really causing him trouble. Banner leak up on Enigma, as well as the silence. No, ultimate Crystal Maiden. She doesn't give a shit. She's gonna protect you.
Now from the Night Stalker.
Being chased by the Bounty Hunter though. PL comes in, gets frozen instantly. Bounty Hunter's gonna come back for PL. Maybe. No, they can't see him. They have no vision. He just tracked the wrong one.
There's the right one.
And he's been silenced up himself. He needs to be careful with Bounty Hunter. Amplify damage up on the correct PL. Looks like they're going to go in. Stun thrown out. They're going to start right-clicking him now, but he's got no backup. He needs to run away, especially with this Night Stalker coming in as well. Blade Melee's up. Illusions don't care. He's been silenced up as well. He's on the run. He's still on the run. They're going to chase him again as well. This is just so tanky, this guy. They can't bring him down with just right-clicks. It's so difficult with these toggles. But they do finally kill him off as well.
I want to point out the Bounty Hunter's going for a Basher as well right now. So Monkey King Bar and a Basher coming out. So
all the bash.
I know. Yeah, the pub game's been throwing out absolutely fantastic defense right now. I mean, there are overextensions and they are letting themselves get caught out just a little bit too much, but they've held out much longer than I would bet.
Oh no, poor Crystal Maiden. There's no chance. She is killed. And a gem being picked up by Bounty Hunter, so it can make it easier for him to kill off the PL. Of course, if that gem exchanges hands, it's going to make his life a living hell.
Yeah.
But at this point, they need it because, well, look how the game is going right now. Enigma comes in, black holes, only manages to get the Batrider though, and he does get cancelled up. Nick Assassin's in here as well. He just
some damage on the Night Stalker.
Yep. Out he comes, stuns up the poor Queen of Pain. She's in trouble right now. Lots of right click coming out from the Night Stalker as he tries to kill this Bounty Hunter off. Queen of Pain still on the run, silenced up. She's on. No, she might be killed there. In the meantime, PL and Nyx smashing up these barracks.
Yep. Pretty sure you mean PL and Bounty.
Oh, I said PL and Nyx.
Yeah.
Oh, Queen of Pain, stop screaming at things with spikes on them. She is dead. Actually used the lasso on her, but she died instantly. Sada just walks back into his own base, again, refusing to die.
Dire's middle tower is under
Here are the
PL.
middle tower has fallen.
Going for the tier 4s here. There goes
you can GG now, pub games, you know it's over.
We're gonna fight to the last man, damn it.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
It was a valiant defense.
What are you doing, Crystal Maiden? She's
trying, god damn it!
I don't think she was trying. She was trying to die. GG finally comes out after they destroy the Ancient.
Wow.
Not willing to tap out. Not early.
Well, they really did put up a valiant defense, but after that early game and the Night Stalker putting so much control over you, you losing tier 3s at about 25 minutes into the game, it's not going to go swimmingly for you. But great effort from pub games. They really did defend incredibly well against a really fed team.
Yeah, Queen of Pain did her job. She did a hell of a lot of work in that game, actually. She's really difficult to pick off because, well, she has Blink. And Batrider was incensed about using lasso on her, but every time he did, she blinked away. I think they got her once, where he dragged her close enough to the Night Stalker to silence
her. And then she picked to a Lincoln, so they couldn't even do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they're focusing so hard on her. I mean, she does a lot of nuke, it's true, but she's so difficult to pick off. Yeah, if you use a lasso and you don't get a pick off, it's wasted.
I think what they were hoping is that they could lasso her back into a Nyx stun, but it was never there, and the one time they did pick her off, they managed to lasso her back into a Night Stalker who silenced her, so they needed the follow-up. They couldn't kill her just throughout the lasso.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, I think they played really, really well. They really held it together.
They played particularly well, considering they didn't really have a major carry in the lineup. They had the semi-carry.
Bounty and Queen of Pain were harder carries than Slardar was that game.
Yeah, Slardar, Queen of Pain, and Bounty Hunter goes with the kind of, we're all, like, semi-carries, so together we're stronger than a PL.
No.
Didn't really work out, did it?
The issue is that the Slardar got nothing.
He didn't even have a hard lane.
No, he was basically winning it early on against the Batrider, but then they rotated and he just kind of stopped farming and just fought, but he couldn't really fight that effectively. All he was good for in the fights was throwing out a stun and then not dying.
Yeah, he's very good at not dying, considering he was not he refused to die so often. He had 10 deaths, so
yeah.
Imagine how many extra.
He always died after his armlet toggling, but the amount of time he shouldn't have lasted as long as he did.
Well, that is it for today's random team game. Thank you for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at Sproink Dota. You can follow us on Twitch TV at twitch.tv/Sproink Dota, and also you can sub to our YouTube channel that you're currently watching. Unless you somehow are watching YouTube from something else. If you manage that, then you're very special. Congratulations. But that is it from us today. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
See ya.
Cheerio.